forged from the love of liberty in the fires of hope and prayer. With boundless faith in our destiny, we solemnly declare. Side by side we stand, islands of the blue Caribbean Sea, this our native land. We pledge our lives to thee. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation.
Heavenly Father, we come before you at the start of this new day, giving thanks for life, for health, and the opportunity to serve through this station. We ask for your divine presence to guide us in all we do. Bless this broadcast, that it may be a source of inspiration, joy, and unity to all who tune in. Whether near or far, may our words uplift, our music heal, and our message bring light to those who need it most. We pray for our listeners, wherever they may be. Grant them strength for the day ahead, peace in their hearts, and success in all they put their hands to. Cover those traveling with your protection, and those at home with your comfort and provision. Lord, may everything we do bring honor to you and be a blessing to others. Guide our steps, bless our efforts, and let this station be a vessel of positivity and hope. In your name we pray. Amen.
Your voice, your soundtrack, your station. New Era TT Radio. NETT Radio.
Don't pay. Let the people in the world today don't realize that worries don't pay. Resting the worries upon your shoulder, only bringing you older and older. These wicked things that people does do, you don't realize you have worries too. Tell them to never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I said to tell them never ever worry. Don't mind how you're suffering bad. Never ever worry, what I'm saying is true. Always consider somebody suffering more than you. Boy, never ever worry, or your problem would seem bigger and bigger, and you'll be living a life of torture. She told me as a matter of fact to fling all my troubles behind my back. Keep in touch with the Almighty for guidance, Lord. She said to never ever worry, don't mind how things looking hard. Granny told me, never bad. Granny tell me, never ever worry, what I'm saying is true. Always consider somebody suffering more than you.
Wake up, rise up. It's the NETT Radio Breakfast Show, bringing you the energy, music, and vibes to start your day right.
Well, everybody, we intend to, we want to, and you know what? We are going to make sure you start your day right. Everybody, wherever you are, Trinidad, Tobago, up and down the Caribbean, all around the globe, streaming in different time zones. We want to say a very special good morning to you, and thank you very much for choosing us. And if you're wondering who the us is, it is New Era TT Radio, the heartbeat of the Caribbean. We take you above and beyond. I want to say much thanks to the Heavenly Father for bringing us together inside of this new day, and all that we do, dear God, let it be a blessing on to you. It is Thursday. As the weekend is in sight, you can smell it, you can taste it. As we go all the way down to it right about now, it's also a throwback Thursday. And it is also the closing off of Calypso History Month also. So plenty of things are happening as we close off this one. So thank you very much for being with us. I'm yours truly, Sir Charles, in your company. Happy am I to be here with you as we welcome everybody. This is your Get Up and Go. Everybody, welcome to the Breakfast Show.
Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The breakfast show got the vibes turned on. From Maracas Bay to the Savannah line, let's start the day in Caribbean prime. Good vibes rolling through the air. The breakfast show, energy everywhere. We talk, we laugh, we make you think. Grab your doubles or your morning drink.
Okay, we are here. Well, some of us.
I could swear you were going to play something related to Thursday, you know. I heard like an engine started up.
Something related to who?
I don't know, to Thursday. What is Thursday is what? Throwback Thursday? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I thought we were gonna get y'all produce something that related to.
No, we originally we're going to be step by step. We on Friday, we on Wednesday. We still looking out for Monday and the other days.
Well, you definitely have Sunday down pat, Sappy Sunday.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got to come up with something. Anyway, good morning, Sir Charles. Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning, listeners and viewers all over the globe. It's a beautiful Thursday morning in Trinidad and Tobago, as I'm sure it is in other parts of the globe. It's colding up. It's freezing up, starting to freeze up in some parts. As a matter of fact, I know in Brooklyn they're expecting a very bad winter. So they say. They're expecting a very snowy winter. They haven't had snow for a while. I think it's like 7 years. That's what I was hearing. So they're expecting a bad winter. I know in New York. I know in Canada it has gotten very cold already. So that's all part of what we were talking about yesterday with global warming and so on, and climate control and whatnot. We were talking about all that yesterday. But good morning, Richard. He's on.
Yeah, good morning, guys, and good morning to our listeners and viewers wherever you are on the planet, and welcome to the Breakfast Show. Yeah, on this Thursday morning.
You're looking like you're having one of those mornings like I've had.
No, I just had a lot of stuff to do this morning, so.
Yeah. All right. We're happy to be in the land of the living. I was going to search for birthdays, and I didn't reach there. Let me just quickly check for birthdays before we move on. Kathy-Ann Townsend, one of our ardent fans, and she contributes to the chat sometimes.
What a beautiful.
Hello? What a beautiful one. Okay. David Peters, I think he's also an ardent fan of the show. This person passed away. Kurt Jones, Iola Samaru. They are all, and Letta Carnival. She's also celebrating her birthday today. So does Roxanne Sanka. Lisa Duty Molino. She produces a children's band out of Woodbrook. They are all celebrating birthdays today, October 30th. There's 2 more days left for the wannabe Librans, and then we go into November Scorpio season. All right, so that's it.
Okay, well, let me say happy birthday to Kathy, and that's my Nibs, you know. Hey, Nibs, good morning to you. Have a great day.
Okay.
If you have cake and ice cream and barbecue chicken, I ain't too far.
All right. Yeah, she listens to us every morning. She's been an ardent fan of previously the Power Breakfast Show and now the Breakfast Show.
Yeah, I want to say happy birthday to Diane Robinson. Happy birthday, Diane. It's a birthday today. Of course, she's a head of TV programming at TDT. So I know Diane. So happy birthday, Diane. Hope you have a fantastic birthday today. Whatever you do.
Come forward and get away from the sun. All right. But I don't know if you all saw the latest news coming out of Jamaica. It's been quite devastating. I mean, after we interviewed Milton Walker last morning, I know he did an interview with TV6, an extensive interview with TV6 last night, where the TV6 showed footage and so on. And he was reporting there were in fact 5 deaths related to the storm this time. Because remember yesterday he had told us there was none. But he said there were 5 deaths, in addition to the 3 that he spoke about that happened prior to the storm. He said so far they have had 5 deaths, including a house, a roof that collapsed on someone, because there were several roofs blown off in Jamaica yesterday, including some parts of the Montego airport. That I got that video. I don't know if I sent it in the group chat this morning, but I sent some of the videos concerning what happened in Jamaica in the group chat, you know, for you guys if you're interested in showing it, you know. But it was quite a devastating hurricane that Jamaica experienced and that Cuba also experienced. Yes, and it also passed through Cuba and did some extensive damage to there. So our thoughts are with those people out there as they try to recover. You know, so the roads in Jamaica.
It has passed Cuba already.
Yeah, I think so.
It has passed Cuba. I think
it's
okay.
To certain islands in the Bahamas, not so.
Yes.
Bahamas.
Yes.
I know they said that was the trend. It was Cuba, and then it was heading to Bahamas.
It picked up speed.
I didn't know it.
It picked up a bit of speed, so it passed through Cuba.
That was some real high winds that were sparking, boy.
It's gone down to a category 1, but it can still do a lot of damage to those islands, you know. So Melissa on the rampage.
A lot of times the scary thing about that is the wind then.
Yeah.
And I remember my sister was in Louisiana for Katrina. And she was in Lake Charles, and she said they stayed, and she said they were in the university sheltering, and she said the wind is what is so absolutely scary.
Yeah. And
everything, grinds to a halt. You have to get, we know what Katrina caused, and she said, they had to set up, FEMA had to set up food banks and they give out food, the kind of food you just add water and it gets hot. Those kinds of meals, and she said it was just, after that she resolved that she will never stay, she will always be back.
Right.
She wouldn't stay, she will always go.
Right, you mean stay as in stay put when they
wherever you are. Yeah, she said she's not going to stay, she's going to go.
Yeah.
Because it was just an experience. But let's get into the good news. Today, kind of,
That was a sneeze, sorry.
awkward segue, but let's do it. I don't know Jean-Baptiste Beach at all. That name was unfamiliar to me.
Jean-Baptiste Beach in Trinidad?
Yeah. So in the North Coast. And I just didn't know that one at all. I know Yara. I mean, I've never been to Yara, but I know of it. I know of Damien Bay, even though I've never been there. But I've been to Las Cuevas several times. And Macquarie. I've been to Macquarie, in years and years and years. I never found Macquarie that attractive to me. But I don't know how much I know they've done work on Macquarie and making it more attractive and stuff like that. But I never felt my memories of Macquarie is not that attractive. I didn't like it because it's a steep drop off.
Yeah, but it's a long way down. I used to go Macquarie when I used to go to the beach.
When you enter the water, it seems shallow, and then all of a sudden there's a sudden.
Yeah, because this is submarines used to come in there
in Macquarie. So, but I've never felt. I didn't. To me, I don't know what Macquarie is now, but as a child, or a young teenager, when I used to go there, I never liked Macquarie that much. But Las Cuevas I like. But I don't know Jean-Baptiste Bay at all in those top 5 beaches.
Okay.
According to Trinidad. But that was good news for today, just giving you some idea of the beaches in North Trinidad.
All right.
Sometimes people think that, Trinidad has no beaches, but we do.
Yeah. All right, well, we could get straight into the chat this morning. Valerie Mendoza came in first at 12:09, saying good morning. Brennan Smith at 12:54.
Right, you need to start over because you're sounding very low energy. So try and pump it up. Try and pump it up.
I had
close to the weekend. Try and pump it up.
No,
you had coffee already?
I got into a sneezing fit just now. I don't know if you all noticed that. Because you can't buy peeled Portugals. You have to peel a Portugal yourself. And the rind from those things always triggers my sinuses. Always triggers a sneezing fit in me. Which is why I buy peeled oranges, but you can't buy peeled Portugal. So I had to peel it myself. So it always triggers something, a sneezing fit. My apologies. All right, Valerie Mendoza at 12:09. Good morning to the breakfast team. Brennan Smith came in at 12:54, says, it's Friday Eve. What's that? Oh, it's Friday Eve. Okay. Give God thanks for another day. Margaret Thomas says, top of the morning, guys. Anthony Tinto, Grand Rising and Shalom and happy belated birthday to Hesman Grand from the Canadian family. All right. Happy birthday to Hesman Grand. Eunice Dublin says good morning. So does Felix Kazo. Ava Smith also says good morning and greetings to her grandson Tariq on his 8th birthday. All right, so
happy birthday, Tariq.
Happy birthday, Tariq, from the breakfast show and from your granny Ava Smith. All right. Erica Charles says thank God, life, blessings and love to all. Boy Bidesi from Davis says good morning. Diane Payne, Victor Thongs, Manuela Peters, Slick Money Grip, Michael Cadet, Robert Taylor, Marlon Motley, Odell Guy, Josie Richardson, Apollinaris, Debbie Modeste, Trini Merle Kitchen, Sherwin and Juliet Kerr, Have a wonderful Thursday. Kenny in Tobago, who is also Kenny in Harlem. CJ from New York, who is also CJ from Delaware. Carol Guevara. Trini says good morning. That's Kurt Hope from Nashville, Tennessee. Suzanne Jessup got up late today because she doesn't normally greet all the way down there.
Yeah, Suzanne Rell got up late today, boy.
Yeah. What kind of night you had there, girl, Suzanne? Suzanne. So Suzanne, Suzette, and Mrs. Gemma. Good morning, Wendell, Richard, and Sir Charles from Ian Stewart. Charles Duncan says morning to the breakfast show. Kathy Ann Charles also says good morning. And she sends a special good morning to Arlene out there in Bronxville, Texas. Ian Stewart is suggesting a poll question today, guys. Do you think it was appropriate for Penny and Amy to meet with the Venezuelan ambassador? Yeah, we could ask that. No problem, because I saw people asking that question yesterday, and I'm wondering, like, they forget Mrs. Prasad Bisesa met with American ambassadors and so on in the past, and other people as opposition leader. But people have short memories. Lambert Bruce from El Dorado. James Kamau says Grand Rising. Rena Buru Jennings. Ingrid from Tucson, Arizona. Carol Guevara, always consider somebody suffering more than you. Charles Duncan says he wants to thank you guys for the birthday greetings to his wife yesterday. My wife, Laverne, she had an absolutely wonderful day. So thank you for that, Charles. Joyce Phillip, Alistair Hart says, good morning, guys. Lots of people are yet to be paid. I saw that trending yesterday, too. There was a video, actually, too, of a police search. I don't know if you all saw it. And the police searching for the eagle that has landed with the money. With the money. They had a search for the eagle that lands with the money. Did you all see that video? It was funny.
Creative Trinis again.
Yeah, be very creative, you know. Melchizedek says good morning. Oliver Manwaring, Bernadette Yates, and Melissa Yates says good morning. Merle McComey, David McCarthy said all thankful Thursday. All right, Bernadette adds Nelicia to the greetings. If you forget Bernadette, I will always do it. Wayne Ramsey says good morning. Brent Hackshaw, good morning, gentlemen. Ambrose Bra from New York. Dwayne Sylvester. Jennifer Sherma Paul. Bridget Buchanan. My favorite men. Well, your favorite man and your two other men. All right, we'll go with that. All right, Bridget? I take in the first one. I take in the lead one. Damian and Amanda Edwin. We switch again. We switch. I wonder if they just pick up one another phone or if it's one or another, you know? But they're consistent with their greetings from one another. Good morning, everyone from Woodland. That's Subash and Ron DeSantis Jr. from Norfolk, Virginia. Only now Hillary concerned about what's going on in the White House. Who Hillary? Clinton? Why? You say so. Chris Tusa says, morning, gentlemen. Belated birthday greetings to Hesman Grant, class of 79, Tunapuna Government Secondary School. Also, that's the person Tinto greeted earlier on too. Julia Samantha says, good morning, guys. Donna Ramlo-chan, good morning. Sir Charles Wendell and Richard. Claire Lendor Rollins, Ambrose Bra, they conveniently forget Wendell. Yeah, haven't they? Good morning, everybody. That's from Lyndon. And Florence Bazi says, morning, guys. Yeah, a year before, I don't know if you all saw the image of Mrs. Prasad Bisesa meeting with, what's the Bond? Is Bond? Candice Bond?
If you want to use it as a poll, stop trying to influence it, man.
I ain't influencing it. I just
yes,
like this.
You're in the poll if that's the case.
No, but a lot of people are at issue. I don't know if it's because of what's happening between Trinidad and Tobago and Venezuela. Why they have an issue with Penelope Beckles and Amy Brown meeting with the Venezuelan ambassador. So it's a legitimate poll. It's a legitimate poll. You know? I have no problem with that. Just everybody go say no, but that's all right.
Yes. You finished with the gluten?
Yes, I'm done.
Yeah, all right, okay.
No, DL go say, wait, DL go say yes. Debbie Mitchell go say yes.
Oh, boy, Mitchell, wait.
And Michael Oliver go say yes.
Preserve the integrity of the poll now. All right, let's see if we can preserve the integrity of the poll. Good morning to Kent in Laventille. Good to have you this morning, Kent. Terry and Peters was up very early with us this morning. Miss Sampson. Miss Sampson, I don't know how to assign an MP to you down there in San Fernando. Wendell working on it for you. Right? Mr. Billy in Powder Magazine, good day to you. Frank in Aruka, good day. I want to say good morning to Carlin and his wife Kelly as the next favorite couple we have on the chat now. So good morning to Carlin and Kelly, good morning to you. They are down there in Carnage. Brenda in Penal. Zena is in her voice, so I can't listen to that right now. And Debbie in Mover. Mr. Beeps, good day to you. Archbishop Ashton Clark in Canada. Yeah. And there are some people I'm missing on the chat, but I'll leave that for you. Captain Ron, good morning to you. All right, so that is it basically. Good morning to the Gael family. All those who are tuning in on Gael, thank you very much. And let's go for the break and come back now, Richard.
Yeah.
Pay $1 down on higher purchase plans at Furniture Plus. Enjoy fast approval, low interest rates, and up to 36 months financing. Retirees, self-employed, and permanent employees apply today. Buy now, pay later with Furniture Plus credit plans. Conditions apply.
Get ready to experience an explosion of culture. The Faisabad Connection Theatre Company presents a mini concert showcasing incredible talent. Feel the rhythm with the incredible UC stars. Be captivated by the performances of Faisabad Secondary School Drama Group, the amazing Michaela Sylvester, John Denacion, and Daniel Gale, Mandisa Matthews, Abideli the Extempo Master, Whitney Williams, Amelia Harding, and Joseph Lopez. It's a night of poetry, music, dance, drama, and drumming, all come together in one unforgettable performance. Friday, October 31st, 2025, 7 p.m. at the Faisabad Regional Complex. Cost $20. Contact 379-9078 for more information. Don't miss out on the talent, the energy.
Charm Flair Auto Services Limited, your one-stop auto repair shop, located at number 1 Industrial Lane, Charm Flair, right opposite the brewery on the Eastern Main Road. Yes, we do it all. Repairs to all makes and models, from your everyday sedan to SUVs, light trucks, pickups, and panel vans. We're also the sole distributors of Davanti tires, certified VTS inspection station, plus a wide range of services: oil change, front end and suspension repairs, tune-ups, tire alignment, batteries, electrical work, radiator and cooling system, AC repairs, and accessories galore. We offer pickup and drop-off service too. Call us today at 662-6545 or 662-6572. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Charm Flair Auto Services Limited, number 1 Industrial Lane, Charm Flair. We do it all.
Ho, ho, ho! This Christmas, small businesses, this one's just for you. Get your brand, your product, your business in front of thousands every single day on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio, and Gael Caribbean TV. And here's the gift you've been waiting for. Radio and television advertising has never been more affordable anywhere else. We are talking unbeatable real rates, prices no one else can offer you for primetime slots that put your business right where your customers are watching and listening. So call us today at 299-5156 and turn your Christmas into real results and real profits with affordable advertising, so you too can say Merry Christmas.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
CLR is your turn. The Roadie Lovers Comedy Show is coming to the east. Cipriani Leba College.
alone. One show only. Sunday the 2nd of November, 6:30 p.m. baby.
Tickets available at Electronics Arena, Dorman Shoe Store, Long Circular Mall, Anthony's Floral, Val Park, K Square Stores, Eastgate Mall, West Mall, Brentwood Plaza, Chagonas, and C3 Center Mall, San Fernando, and islandetickets.com. For more info, call 683-0356. Eastside, are you ready to laugh? Well, clock it.
Of course, we're back on the breakfast show this morning, and of course, this is the point at which Wendell will take us through the Express headlines.
Yeah, all right. And just to deal with a message here, Damian said it's 33 years he and Amanda they're married, so they can pick up one another's phone at any time. My phone is her phone, and her phone is my phone. I love that.
So, Charles, you never got the hang of that, have you?
No, actually, just keep switching, because like where it comes in, and according to how you guys come in, just keep switching.
You mean to highlight the?
Yeah, it don't stay in one place.
But just leave it on me.
Yeah, well, that's one. Yeah.
No, you can leave it on Wendell Trump.
Yeah. Anyway, today's Express today, of course, is Thursday, October 30th. Today's Express is Wholeness, Focus on Recovery. That's the Prime Minister of Jamaica, of course. And I don't know if you all noticed, when he addressed the Jamaican people, he was wearing a Jamaican t-shirt, and even the blazer, the jacket he had on had the Jamaican colors on it. That's a proud Jamaican, and they all are. Venezuelans protest over Kamala's U.S. ties, and that was something that happened in Venezuela. There was a protest with pictures, images of Mrs. Prasad's successor, and not some very kind words being said. West Indies Seal Series win, so that means Darren Sammy, according to my good friend on Facebook, Dr. Sean Lynch, will be the coach for until 2075. As a matter of fact, I think he should be knighted, because all of a sudden he win a series against Bangladesh, and he's the best thing since sliced bread. He needs to go. All right, now get rid of that rant. Dukram back as number one. Those are all stories trending, and some other stories. Man arrested after caught hiding in teen's bedroom. I don't know if you all read that story. It was a 21-year-old man and a 16-year-old girl, and the mother heard noises coming from the bedroom, and she didn't check the bedroom. She called the police, and the police came and found him, and he was hiding in the bedroom, and he was arrested because naturally she's a minor. Right? You never mind the fact that there's only 5 years separating the two of them, but she's still a minor. I don't know how that story will end. Venezuelans denounce PM Kamala in street protest. Woman baits victim to visit her at midnight. Gunmen strike. That's another crazy story. Guess where this
woman baits what?
Baits victim to visit her at midnight. You know where he visited her? Going back there by St. John's, by Besser Street Police Station, them flats around there. That's where he went, and lost his brand new car. 16-year-old crashes into police vehicle facing charges. Oh, I don't know that story. And another shooting on Peterloo Street weeks after double murder. So those are all trending stories. And I didn't realize the Prime Minister made a statement too, that Penny backing narco government. What a statement. Maybe that's the poll. Do you think Penelope Beckles and the PNM is backing the narco government of Venezuela? Because there's a picture of Penelope Beckles shaking the ambassador's hand. So that's where that story came from. That's another reckless statement from the Prime Minister. That's another reckless statement.
Are you going to? Can I go to the Newsday now, or are you still?
Yeah, you can before I really get into it.
Okay.
Go.
So the Newsday for today, and I'm just going through the trending stories in the Newsday. Princeton man win appeal against jail terms for disorderly conduct and obscene language. So that should be an interesting case for you to look up on, because we think those two charges are kind of bogus charges that police just use when they can't charge you for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That and sometimes there's pushing resisting arrest there too.
Yes.
Senator screen for learning impediments earlier. SOE detainees remain lawfully detained until November 2nd. Venezuelan activist urges Trump to end Maduro's rule, and vigil for regional peace in Port of Spain on November 9th. So there's a vigil planned on November 9th for regional peace. And
but the President of the United States is not in the United States right now, right? When is he due back?
I will check Miss Levitt and get back to you.
Yeah, check.
Yeah,
But
all
check
right.
his-
Check your phone.
I will check Miss Levitt.
Check your WhatsApp window.
So, and that's basically it. And maybe you should concentrate on reading The Guardian right now. So.
When you rely on me this morning, right?
You
I
could
don't
have tell
know.
he was in a mood when he come on this morning. You could have tell.
Clearly, whoever was supposed to come over must see that. Anyhow, Deadly Melissa.
Now you're making me fall.
Deadly Melissa, TNT mobilizes support for Jamaica as a monster storm leaves trail of death and destruction. I mean, those pictures are really something else. Interesting enough, Maduro calls on TNT to unite for peace. When did you hear that headline?
He did that before.
All right, okay.
He said he did that to let good sense prevail, words to that effect.
What makes Melissa historic? Talking about the storm, PM Holness recovery will take time. Government confirms increase in taxes on CARICOM-made alcohol, tobacco products. Still no resolution to nutrient port fees dilemma. Monilal denies any discontent over PM-CUNC leadership. When I remember you said that yesterday.
They're not that 10 years in opposition ain't mashing them up so easy.
Independent senator warns upsetting CARICOM will hurt TNT business, and Sobers raises concerns after PM branded persona non grata. All those stories.
What concerns Sean Sobers raising? And he say he and the ambassador is personal friends, they are on first name basis. He called him by his first name the day in the press conference. So what concerns he raising? Fix it. Be diplomatic and fix it.
It doesn't mean that yes, you can't have concerns. I'm working on it, but I have concerns.
Fix it. What is the concern he have that she's been declared persona non grata? She was declared persona non grata already by the Senator and Dharma Mahasabha.
Yeah, but
So
she
what's
was
the
the prime
concern?
minister then.
Fix it. You set up all what you have to say.
But it's kind of mixed messages, because he's saying there's concern and she's saying it doesn't affect my life, so she basically doesn't care. So either you don't care or you care.
Exactly. Well, you better care about the country at the end of the day. You could not care about yourself, but you better care about a country that you're leader of. That's what you need to do. And I have a conspiracy theory about this, what's happening with the alcohol and cigarette that they all of a sudden are attacking. And I don't mind. Personally, I don't mind. You know what I mean? But I have a conspiracy theory about why they are
Why you don't mind? I don't understand.
No, I'm just saying.
Why you don't mind? You said you don't mind. Why you don't mind?
I've been on record as saying they could raise cigarettes at $1,000 a pack, in my opinion.
It's cigarettes and alcohol.
Right. So cigarettes and alcohol. Alcohol they've raised. Now they're raising the CARICOM imported alcohol. Is that what they said? The news said?
Yeah, but you said you don't mind. So you
Right.
don't mind alcohol prices
No,
going up?
I don't mind at the end of the day if there's an increase in these things. That's what I'm saying.
Why?
But why? Because it doesn't matter to me.
But it should,
Right?
because you run a liquor store.
Yeah,
How
it
could
does,
it not matter to you?
But hold on. Remember, once I pay more, I have to charge more.
Exactly, which could reduce your sales. So you should care.
It could.
You
But
should
Richard,
care.
Richard, all right. So from a business perspective, because that's where you want me to go, I do mind. But from
Okay.
me personally, I don't mind. But I have a conspiracy theory about why they're doing it. Because they've attacked a certain group of people in this country before, and those are mainly the people who selling alcohol and cigarettes. That's my theory about it. Right? They have attacked a certain group of people, called them all kind of names before, say they're involved in all kind of things. Those are the people who generally own the alcohol and cigarette industry. I'll leave it there for now. DL, you could come off the show if you don't like it, you know. You know that, right?
But you know, on the platform, there was a point that the now Prime Minister was on the platform during the elections where she said something to that effect that we come in for there.
Yeah. And
but I mean, not that I agree with you, not that I agree with your conspiracy theory, but I do mind that alcohol prices go up. People could call it a vice, whatever. I see it as part of leisure and people relaxing. A lot of people use that as their relaxed time. You've now made relaxing more expensive. A lot of people drink cocktails or go for a drink with friends and stuff like that. So you've now made that activity more expensive. So I do mind.
Yeah. All right. You did say that from the very beginning.
Because those things are important. People may not think they're important, but they are important.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we can open up the lines. I don't know what else we need to touch on before we go any further. But that story about the man being set up, I don't know how people still going and selling things in certain areas or meeting people in certain areas. And is it that they are that naive? Is it?
Wendell, what you're talking about, the allure of sex is powerful.
Is it sex?
It has brought down governments. It has affected the ruling of monarchs. That allure is something that's a powerful thing.
Let me read this story. It says,
I don't know if that was the situation, but the way it's phrased, because you use the word like entices man or traps man, or you use the word in the headline. That seemed to suggest that.
It says a man was robbed at gunpoint early Wednesday morning in Port of Spain, and his vehicle was briefly stolen before being recovered by the police. According to police reports, the victim drove his white Nissan Kicks to building number 7 St. Joseph Planets, Piccadilly Street, around 12:15 a.m. to meet a female friend. Upon his arrival, 3 male suspects approached him, one armed with a firearm, and demanded his valuables. Fearing for his safety, the man exited the vehicle and was struck on the back of the head. The suspects took his wallet, which contained his driver's license, bank debit and credit cards, and national ID, as well as his black Samsung A5S phone valued at $1,800. They also stole the vehicle valued at $200,000. Police described the suspects as 3 males and 1 female involved in the incident, with an additional unidentified male also reported. So that's it. So they haven't arrested anybody, but they got back the vehicle. Right? Officers around 3 a.m., officers located the Nissan Kicks parked along Kerr Trace in the eastern Quarry Laventille area. No suspects were seen, and the vehicle was recovered and transported. Well, he lucky he get back that. And the other story of interest is the one with police officers were called to a home after family members reported that they suspected that a teenage girl was involved in a sexual encounter with an adult man in her bedroom. Officers were dispatched to the scene, and when they opened the bedroom door, they found a man hiding beneath a desk. A 21-year-old man was arrested in connection with the offense of sexual intercourse with a minor. Well, how they arrive at sexual intercourse already? If they find him under the bed.
The story missing some people.
That's not making sense.
Yeah. But let's take the calls now, because people have been calling. Right? All right. Good morning to you, caller.
Good morning, gentlemen. Norfolk, Virginia, front and center. Well, first begin with, since it's the parent who I commend the mother for doing this, a medical examination would have most likely taken place. So that's why they may have, the charges of that. And Wendell, you were asking, well, you don't know what will happen with the story. A 20-whatever-year-old man in a room with a minor, jail. that's the story there. But on a more serious aspect, well, that was serious too. But you know, I have to commend the folks involved in definitely influencing or advising. And there are individuals, not just in Trinidad, I just want to assure you, but even, well, across the pond, they say for England, I don't know where you say for the US, but across the bridge here to me, over in the Beltway, I want to commend the opposition leader and the individuals in the group there, in the leadership, for going ahead and speaking with the Venezuelan ambassador, because it's a very volatile situation, but it gives hope. And fully the military in Venezuela and even the leadership knows is not a win-win situation. Regardless of what this current Trinidad administration does, it's not a win-win situation for them to, you know, to put Trinidad and Tobago in the crosshairs. And furthermore, I say this again, I don't carry water for nobody, as I hope you all know right now, right? Whether it is Mr. Prime Minister or Madam Prime Minister, PNM or UNC, if they turn up at my front door, respect the office that they represent. They aren't necessarily the office, but you have to respect the office, regardless of what. And I wish a lot of people show that maturity. But again, I commend the opposition for taking the advice from Trinidadians, both in Trinidad and over here in the Beltway, for doing that move. And the fact that the Venezuelans met with them themselves, we know that they know it's not a win-win situation by you know, putting Trinidad and Tobago in the crosshairs. And I don't think they will attack Trinidad. Thank you.
Sure right. You're sure right about that.
Wendell, send the poll down. I don't know which one you're going with, right? So,
Richard, you want to help me out this morning? Seeing that you're in a kind of mood?
I'm here with what?
With a poll.
I told you you were going with the guys' poll.
All right, so we'll go with that.
You said that earlier?
Yeah, I did.
You're confusing me. And maybe I'm not following. You and Sir Charles are confusing me. I thought there was a lot of difference.
All right, while you do all that, let's see. I'll take the call in the meantime, right?
We'll go with it.
Yeah. Caller, good morning to you.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, Lincoln.
I want to disagree with that first caller, because you finding a first-year law student would win that case. Unless the female admit that the male and her had sex, even if they do a medical examination and she was found to be having sex, that doesn't mean that the man in the room had sex with her. A first-year law student can win that case. Right? It might get charged for a breaking and entering or some kind of thing, and if she give consent, that and all might fly. That's a losing case.
So if she's a minor and sperm tests and all those different kinds of things,
that's the only thing that could sink yes. Well, we don't have that technology in Trinidad and Tobago.
No, we don't. I think
if they had sex on that incident, because they may not have had sex yet.
No, I think we do. You know, don't hold me back. So
if we have that, you have to send that to the United States to get analyzed. I doubt very much we have that.
You know,
because I know DNA testing, we have to send it to the United States, and they don't get it back immediately either.
You know, so people are on charges for.
I'll be very circumspect if we have that testing here, which might be able to guide me more as to that. I'm not saying we don't. I'm saying I'll be very surprised if we do. Okay? So nobody call me and tell me, look, let me just say that, no, I'm not saying that we don't. Okay? And all I'm saying is that it will be a very difficult case to win if they didn't have sex yet, or if the girls don't say it's he or I had sex with him, a first-year law student within that case. Right? But gentlemen, I agree with Wendell this morning that the Prime Minister, when she was opposition leader, went and did some extra. Remember when she went to the US to squeal on us to say, look, Trinidad and Tobago doing deal with Venezuela. Basically, she was saying, well, they should put sanctions on me now because we're doing deal with Venezuela. Kamala Prasad has done a lot of things in opposition She write to the UN. She do all kind of strange things that she had no business being in. But everybody get amnesia now when I guess the same thing as
They say people get amnesia and they're raising it.
As opposition leader has done something that maybe she should not have done. I don't know. I can't pretend. But everybody get amnesia all of a sudden.
Nobody ain't get amnesia if everybody talking about it.
Well, everybody talking about it in that to say that Penny wrong, but everybody.
No, we have a poll coming up just now. Just now. Wait, don't just the poll. Wait and find out.
All right, Papa.
Thanks very much, Nick. Oh my gosh. Good morning to you, caller.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Morning,
Mr. Cooker.
Morning, sir.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I have my own idea as to this war, this issue in Venezuela. I call it an issue, but it's much more than that. And my opening premise is that America cannot win a war in Venezuela. I say that to say Venezuela will not be Panama. Venezuela will more be like Vietnam. And let me say this now, and it's not contradictory to what I just said before. America might be able to win a battle in Venezuela, but they cannot win a war. Because if after winning the battle, you install your puppet or your preferred president in Venezuela, we now go into guerrilla warfare. The terrain in Venezuela, the way the land is laid out, Venezuela is a very expansive country. I want people to understand that Venezuela is a big country, and with Colombia supporting them, you see the vast amount of area, jungle, swamp that is ideal for guerrilla warfare. America will not be able to sustain any government in Venezuela with such a large amount of people supporting Maduro, although it have another large amount against him. And even if Wendell is correct and Russia came for Maduro, that war will continue and may continue into years. And you know what happened in Vietnam? America had us to pack up and leave. And I personally saw over 1,000 ex-American soldiers who came to the Hilton at the time on a kind of convention. All of them in wheelchair. No hand. I was a young man at the time, frequenting Hilton. No foot. Many of them with no feet. No hand. Some with one hand, one foot. And various configurations of that. But all of them in wheelchair at the Hilton. There was a convention there. They bring them there probably to assist with the rehabilitation mentally. But nothing could assist with it physically. And that was, I saw that. So I'm telling you that to tell you, America lost the war in Vietnam, and they will lose the war in Venezuela, although they might win the battle.
Yeah.
Missiles from the air, bombing up the place, all right. But when you had to put boots on the ground, you can't win. And they have lost many wars like that with boots on the ground. Thank you very much.
So true. And another thing that you had to factor into, Mr. Cookery, is that the American public, the American citizenry, don't want this war. They don't want the sons and daughters going into the war again. That was a long time. They accepted it as honor and glory. They do tons of movies on it. They don't want that anymore. People want to live. And they want to live happy and contented.
All right. Caller, good morning to you.
Morning. We want to live happy and contented, yes, but certain things must be put in place. I personally did not, very disturbed, seeing the opposition leader now, Beckles, MP Beckles, meeting with the ambassador of Venezuela. I heard someone on the program made the mention that the then opposition leader, Kamala Prasad, met with the U.S. ambassador. Yes, that ambassador was given the highest award by the PNM government for her good work in the communities. So it's chalk and cheese, right? At the time when she got that, she met with her, it was a good meeting, I could say. But this time, where you have a few of the loyalists of Maduro who is demonizing our honorable prime minister in Venezuela, and you find that time to go and meet with him and shake up his hand and hug him up, I think it's very, very bad. It's not good. And I think that she made a big error there. And the people who is criticizing her, like myself, is very, very, very right. She should not have met with him. And in terms of this president of Venezuela, who has $50 million bounties on his head, and we know that we have a serious drug problem in this country. Nobody can hang their head and say that is not true. So when we might say go on war, right? We have the Americans who's dealing with the issue of narco drug thing and bringing drugs to Trinidad and guns and things. I wasn't in the military, Australia. A lot of problems with these drugs and these guns coming to Trinidad. We have about 600 murders occurring in a small country like this, of 1.3 million, 1.4 million people, and we don't want nothing to be done about it. Successive governments have failed, and we have a prime minister who take up the mantle, who's showing, as we say, I can't use the any words, right, to deal with the drug issues, and we are fighting her down. Look how much government went and go, and drugs have been in this country, destroying young people in my community, sending and bones all about. Drugs all about the place, and we always talk about Mr. B and Mr. B and Mr. B. I'm very disturbed. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. B.
Yeah. All right, 281-1315 and 299-5156.
Right, our poll is up. Do you have a problem with the opposition leader meeting with the Venezuelan ambassador? Well, based on the last call, and he laid out some valid points. He is obviously has a problem with it, right? But that's what democracy is all about. That's what this show is all about. You get to express your opinion as long as you do it in a respectful manner, right?
All right, Miss Sampson, good morning. How things in sunny San Fernando?
Well, I don't know what to say. I'm trying to keep a low profile. They're stressing me out of losing my hair.
When they're going to send somebody to talk to you, don't worry. When they're going to help you out, don't worry. We're going to send somebody to help you fix some of those problems you have.
Mayor
Paris. Yes, we cannot see the mayor. Nobody doing anything in San Fernando.
Yeah, go ahead, Miss Thompson. Listen on your phone. Listen on the phone.
Yeah, I saw 3 children fighting in school. I thought they was taking care of that. If they don't pull in the parents, I think this children fighting in school will continue. It was very advantageous. The child was holding the step, and the other two was just banging her in her head on her back.
I couldn't completely look at that video. It was coming up often on Facebook. And I just
you're good at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
No problem. Highlighting it, Ms. Sampson. I'm sure many people
did not
saw
see
the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very. At the start of the video, it was disturbing, so I couldn't look at the rest of it. I hate to see school children fighting in videos. I generally don't watch it, and I will never share it. I don't like to see it at all.
Yeah, those things is really kind of that'd be what you want to do. All right, so we going up. We are at 7:00, just about that time, right?
Squeeze in the next call if you get one.
I have the call. That's why I tell you that.
Oh, you don't have it? Okay. Well,
no, I don't. Yeah.
Let's go for news now. Richard have on his poker face today, so.
The news you need, the clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is NETT Radio News Now.
This is News Now on New Era TT Radio in Gael, Caribbean. I'm Derek. Good day. Government officials have clarified that the state of emergency in Trinidad and Tobago remains in effect until November 2nd, despite confusion among detainees who believed it ended on October 28. The SOE, declared on July 18th and extended by Parliament, legally runs for the full 3-month period. A further extension will be debated on October 31st, but officials stress this does not shorten the current term. Over 80 detention orders have been issued under the Emergency Powers Regulations. Police Commissioner Alistair Guevara welcomed the move to extend the SOE, saying the initial threat has been neutralized, but warned that criminal networks remain adaptive. He said the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service continues intelligence-led operations to maintain stability, with Parliament holding final authority over the SOE's duration. Venezuelan activist Yesenia Gonzalez, based in Port of Spain, says she fully supports U.S. intervention in Venezuela and believes President Donald Trump will soon bring an end to Nicolas Maduro's rule. Speaking at her office on October 29th, Gonzalez called Maduro a criminal dictator responsible for persecution, starvation, and human rights abuses. She declared his presidency illegitimate and said the Venezuelan embassy in Trinidad and Tobago should be closed until our rightful leaders take office. Gonzalez also urged Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar to approach the deportation of Venezuelan migrants with dialogue and compassion, saying migrants are an economic asset to the country. She ended with a message of calm, urging Trinidadians and Tobagonians not to panic as peace and freedom will soon return to Venezuela. 8 local organizations will host a Vigil for Peace at Woodford Square, Port of Spain, on November 9th at 5 p.m. as tensions rise between the United States and Venezuela, drawing in Trinidad and Tobago. In a joint statement, organizers said citizens are deeply concerned about the growing U.S. military presence in the Southern Caribbean and the risk of war on our doorstep. The groups, including the Emancipation Support Committee, Fishermen and Friends of the Sea, and the Movement for Social Justice, say any regional conflict could cause mass migration, economic instability, and disruption to livelihoods. They're calling for the Caribbean to remain a zone of peace, urging citizens to stand together for humanity, not politics. Police in Penal have arrested a 21-year-old man after he was allegedly found hiding in the bedroom of a 16-year-old girl during the early hours of Saturday morning. Officers responded to a 12:30 a.m. call from relatives who suspected the man was in the teen's room without permission. When officers entered the home, they reportedly found the suspect hiding beneath a desk. The girl's mother told police she became suspicious after hearing noises from the room. The man, who allegedly claimed the teen was his girlfriend, was arrested on suspicion of sexual intercourse with a minor. Officers from the Child Protection Unit are continuing investigations. In regional news, assessment and recovery efforts are underway in Jamaica, which continues to reel from the devastation of Hurricane Melissa, the most powerful storm ever to hit the island. With winds reaching 280 kilometers per hour, Melissa caused catastrophic flooding and widespread infrastructural damage after making landfall on October 28th. Education Minister Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon said it had been a difficult 24 hours, describing the images coming in as very devastating. She expressed confidence in Jamaica's resilience, saying, "We are a strong people and we will get through this together." Melissa has since moved on to Cuba and is expected to impact Bermuda later this week. In international news, the death toll from Tuesday's police raid in Rio de Janeiro has climbed to 132. Making it the city's deadliest operation on record. The raid targeted members of the Red Command gang in the Alamau and Peña favelas. Residents described scenes of war with gunfire, explosions, and buses set ablaze. President Luis Inácio Lula da Silva said he was astonished by the scale of the deaths. While the UN Human Rights Office called the violence horrifying, and urged an investigation. Governor Claudio Castro defended the operation as a major strike against organized crime, but confirmed that 4 police officers were also killed. The raid comes just days before Rio hosts the C40 World Mayor Summit and the Earthshot Prize Awards. And that is news at this time.
That was News Now. Stay informed with New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio.
Your mid-morning just got better. Join Sir Charles for the mid-morning mix and mingle, where good music, real talk, health, and family matters come together, and your voice is heard. Whether you're at work, on the go, or just taking a break, this is the perfect mix to keep you engaged, informed, and entertained. The mid-morning mix and mingle, weekdays, 9 a.m. to 12 noon on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio.
Morning vibes, fresh energy. This is the NETT Radio Breakfast Show.
Life as a calypsonia not easy. I mean in the way you think it would be. The best of this day bachelor and carefree. I don't know who tell me to get married. From the day a boy venture into married life, one set of pressure getting from my wife. She make me to know that she don't like calypso, and she see why it is I fighting it so. She tell me, well me I see calypso do nothing for you, calypso. And in the night I can get a good night rest through you, calypso. Always with a chung chung all night and day, calypso. And when the season come and sure to get paid, calypso. Can't believe it's calypso your love so, calypso. You ain't see calypso and her love for you, calypso. And out of the blue, just so the woman explode, calypso. When the night time come, best I hug up me calypso, calypso. Calypso do she? Can't believe she born here in this country. I don't know if it's some calypsonian fool she really ain't like calypso or me. It's to know the game playing I doesn't come time. Man cutting me up left, right, back and the center. And when I turn to June for support at home, is a friend that I ready cute to the bone. Tell you, for me I see calypso do nothing for you, calypso. And in the night I can get a good night rest through you, calypso. Always with a chung chung on a guitar, calypso. And not for hell you can't reach the savannah, calypso. Who tell you that you could sing calypso, calypso. You're fooling yourself in case you ain't know, calypso. And out of the blue, she tell me this and no sport, calypso. Like Calypso, come and watch them dirty jockey show.
Oh, it's just got better. You're locked into NETT Radio Breakfast Show. Fueling your day with the best music and real talk.
Calypso, Calypso, as we get ready to close down Calypso History Month here on New Era TT Radio. One of the finest that you will ever find anywhere. The Black Prince, that is Calypso. As we welcome you people inside the second hour, the 7 o'clock hour here on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio, and of course Gael Caribbean. It's a very special good morning to everybody tuning in and logging on. A couple of things we just like to let you know that when we come off of the TV stream, around 25 past the hour of 8 o'clock. Remember, you can stream with us all day, every day at newerattradio.com. Also, New Era TT Radio. Put it in your browser. You get us on TuneIn, and you're able to get us on your Alexa and Google devices. I must admit, the Alexa giving a little thing with the command. We're trying to sort that out for the longest while, but they're not taking me on. Right? But I'm still working on it. So people continue to vote on the poll. Remember, the poll is: do you have a problem with the opposition leader meeting with the Venezuelan ambassador? So remember, you put yes or no, and then put those long comments that you all are putting in. And also, when you go to the websites and also our YouTube and Facebook channel, remember there is a support button there. So if you would like to lend some support to us here at New Era TT Radio, you can do that, right? So stay right where you are, and we will be back shortly.
Charm Flair Auto Services Limited, your one-stop auto repair shop. Located at number 1 Industrial Lane, Charm Flair, right opposite the brewery on the Eastern Main Road. Yes, we do it all. Repairs to all makes and models, from your everyday sedan to SUVs, light trucks, pickups, and panel vans. We're also the sole distributors of Devante tires, certified VTS inspection station, plus a wide range of services: oil change, front end and suspension repairs, tune-ups, tire alignment, batteries, electrical work, radiator and cooling system, AC repairs, and accessories galore. We offer pickup and drop-off service too. Call us today at 662-6545 or 662-6572. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Charm Flair Auto Services Limited, number 1 Industrial Lane, Charm Flair. We do it all.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Pay $1 down on higher purchase plans at Furniture Plus. Enjoy fast approval, low interest rates, and up to 36 months financing. Retirees, self-employed, and permanent employees apply today. Buy now, pay later with Furniture Plus credit plans. Conditions apply.
Get ready to experience an explosion of culture. The Faisal Connection Theatre Company presents a mini concert showcasing incredible talent. Feel the rhythm with the incredible UC stars. Be captivated by the performances of Faisal Secondary School Drama Group, the amazing Michaela Sylvester, John Denacion, and Daniel Gale, Mandisa Matthews, Abideli the Extempo Master, Whitney Williams, Amelia Harding, and Joseph Lopez. It's a night of poetry, music, dance, drama, and drumming, all come together in one unforgettable performance. Friday, October 31st, 2025, 7 p.m. at the Faisal Regional Complex. Cost $20. Contact 379-9078 for more information. Don't miss out on the talent, the energy, and the connection.
CLR is your turn. The Roadie Lovers comedy show is coming to the east. Cipriani Lepa College. One show only. Sunday the 2nd of November, 6:30 p.m. maybe. Tickets available at Electronics Arena, Doman Shoe Store, Long Circular Mall, Anthony's Floral Val Park, Gay Square Stores, Eastgate Mall, West Mall, Brentwood Plaza, Chagonas, and C3 Center Mall, San Fernando, and IslandEtickets.com. For more info, call 683-0356. Eastside, are you ready to laugh? Well, clock it.
Ho, ho, ho! This Christmas, small businesses, this one's just for you. Get your brand, your product, your business in front of thousands every single day on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio, and Guile Caribbean TV. And here's the gift you've been waiting for. Radio and television advertising has never been more affordable anywhere else. We are talking unbeatable real rates, prices no one else can offer you for primetime slots that put your business right where your customers are watching and listening. So call us today at 299-5156 and turn your Christmas into real results and real profits with affordable advertising, so you too can say Merry Christmas.
All right, so we are back in the second hour of the breakfast show on this Thursday morning. Of course, the weekend begins tonight, people, at a second after midnight. And you know we love a weekend on this breakfast show. We love the weekend. Of course, our poll this morning, do you have a problem with the opposition leader meeting with the Venezuelan ambassador? Apparently, it was a talking point on social media yesterday. So that's our poll this morning. Do you have a problem with the opposition leader meeting with the Venezuelan ambassador? And we're just about to count votes, so you still have an opportunity to vote. So vote, 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 vote. Turn on your mic, Wendell.
As they're still voting, allow me 2 seconds to express condolences to the TTPS and the family of Mr. Dwayne Gibbs, who passed away. He was a commissioner of police in Trinidad and Tobago. A Canadian citizen. He passed away in Australia. Yes. He was competing in a triathlon and he had a medical emergency, which is another word for saying a heart attack, I guess. And he passed away. So condolences to the Gibbs family, and of course, he was a very nice guy. You know, I met him on quite a few occasions because he lived at Flagstaff, and he was humble. You know, he was unassuming. He used to jog in the neighborhood and so on, you know what I mean? And generally he was an approachable person, you know?
Aren't all our commissioners?
Well, I never met Earl Christopher. I've never been able to approach her. McDonald Jacobs, yes. Well, Gary Griffith, definitely yes. And the new commissioner, well, I've never met him outside of talking to him on radio here. I don't know him.
But yeah, condolences to the family and friends of Dwayne Gibbs. I'm sure he has friends here. Because of his tenure here.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It was a surprise hearing that last time on news because he's always been he always came across pretty health conscious.
Yes, he was.
He used to be jogging a lot and stuff like that,
Yeah.
And running. So, you know.
That's how it goes. And another thing I want to find out, and I was asking you this and anybody else in Arima, is there somewhere you can go with a document on your phone and have it printed in Arima? Have them printed for you? Like you WhatsApp it to them or you email it to them and they print it? Is there somewhere anywhere in Arima that does that close by? I know in Port of Spain have several places like that, including
any stationery shop can do that, I guess.
Yeah, most stationery places.
Any stationery shop, there should
and
be
copy
one.
shops and that kind of thing. You have a lot of copy shops.
I don't know about coffee shops, but
stationery
Copy. Okay, articulate search out. But stationery shops should be able to do that.
Yeah, but I want to somebody point me to one close to where I am now. I don't want to go up in the heart of Arima this morning. I really don't want to.
Well, if you don't want to go up in the heart of Arima, you have problems. I don't know if shops of Arima would have, Trinity Mall would have, Eastgates may have, those kinds of places. Yeah. If you're looking at easy parking and getting it done quickly.
All right.
But shops of Arima, I think, has a stationery store. But you don't have a printer home?
Not, I carried it in the office and it's there.
Oh.
So and I'm trying to avoid going to St. James before I go to where I have to go.
Okay, I get you.
You understand?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have gone to St. James since this morning. But that's what I'm trying to avoid. The drive all the way down to come back up to give present the document. That's what I'm trying to avoid.
Well, the closest place to you, if you don't want to come into Central Arima, is probably Shops of Arima. I'm trying to think if there's any stationary place. You know what?
Furniture Plus will do it for me. The people in Furniture Plus will do it for me.
And they could do it too. They could do it.
I'll ask them. As you give me the idea of Shops of Arima, I'll go. Furniture Plus will do it for me. Yeah. Amjad, morning. He insists we call him Amjad. Anyway, let's get to the poll. Do you have a problem with the opposition leader meeting with the Venezuelan ambassador? We start with Ebony. Says no. DKB didn't vote. Melchizedek, no. Carla Hercules, good morning. Debbie Mitchell, yes. Charles Duncan, no. Dr. Richardson, no. Andrea, no. Joyce Philip, hell no. Ilarizan, no. Lloyd Cave, no. Patricia Reed, no. Lennox Francois, no. Susan Jessup, no. Marcia Rock, no. DKB votes now, no. Diane Payne didn't vote. Florence Bazi, no. Carla Hercules, no. Dean Allen, you hear tension? Okay, I'm not sure what Dean talking about. Apollina says no. No government can stop crime. Okay, that's not a vote. Margaret Thomas says no. Diane Payne says no. Eunice Dublin, no. Scorpion Pepper has a concern that I will address after. Marlon Motley says no. CJ, no. Bernadette Yates, no. Apollina says no. Slick Money Grip, no. DKB, no, says Carla Hercules. Frank Edwards, no. Lester Cragwell, no. David McCarthy, no. Sankofa, say, caller, okay. Diane Hamill says no. Wendy Ann James says no. Michael Cadet says no. Sir Relic says no. Gregory Boyer says no. Joseph Clement says no. Scorpion Pepper says yes. Ava Smith says no. Rena Jennings says no. Felix Cazo, no. Michael Grandison says, Sankofa says no. Colton Finch says no. DL says no. Ian Stewart says yes. Jason Samuel says, I don't have a problem with the meeting, so I guess that's no. Alistair Hart, no. Huh?
Okay, right. No, go on. Yeah, you're right. Go on.
What difficulty? Yeah,
go
on. Robert Taylor says no. Derek Duncan says no. Cheryl Henry says no. Classic Brother says no. Ebony voted already. The first person to vote, Ebony. I have a memory like an elephant, you know. Trini Gets Fit says no. Pearl Cody says no. Florence Bazi is not voting here. Joseph Clement is not voting here. So they need to put a yes or no up front, please. It'll be easier for us. Dave Gosine says no. Scorpion Pepper, yes, we do have gin. Plenty gin. Nicola McNichol says no. Trini Merle Kitchen says no. Trini, who's Kurt Hope, says no. Gemma Peters Hall says no. Scorpion Pepper, I think you voted already, yes. Valerie Mendoza says no. Carol Guevara says no. Black Leo says no. Frank Edwards voting for the third time.
He voted up at it.
Mrs. R, no, but Trin City has. Okay, you're talking about the copy place. Yeah, that's a good idea too. It's on my way too, so thanks.
Yeah, and you're sure to get it anymore.
Yeah. Susie B says no. Jacqueline Linfat says no. Julia Samantha says no. GH voted already. Kazim Mohammed says no. Michael Oliver, no. Diane Payne voted already. Ron DeSantis Jr., no. Why are they re-voting, people? I don't forget, you know. And Edwin Joseph also says no. All right? Yeah.
Like we gone past 72 there already.
No, we haven't. But
All
go
right.
on.
Okay, so Pauline says yes. Kurt Edward said no. Raymond says no. Judith in Tobago says no. Brenda in Pinal says no. Rockaway says yes. Zena says no. Linda in London says no. Terry Ann says no. Laverne says no. Sean Ram says yes. Sexy Red says yes. Junior says no. Archbishop Ashton Clark says no. Miss Sampson, you didn't vote. Horatio Services, no. Victor says no. And Frank says no.
Frank
All right,
again.
that is what I have here.
Frank vote 3 times on YouTube.
They vote a pardon that.
Any other vote, Wendell, before I close up?
Well, they can only vote once.
No,
I
that's it. Ron DeSantis, I did say no for you. Ingrid and Tucson said yes.
That's a new vote?
Yeah, because I didn't, maybe I missed it because she said I said yes. So I don't know if I missed it.
And 2 more for you here with Richard. Sorry about that. Miss Sampson now says no. And Annan also says yes. They're struggling.
And any from you and
Yes, I have. No, you mean on the thing? No, but I have a vote. Surprisingly, I have a vote in this one. I want to vote in this one. And I'm saying yes, I have a problem. But I'll qualify. I'll qualify why I'm saying yes. If you all remember, Mrs. Pasad.
No, don't give me no explanation now. That's a vote, right?
Okay, there, I'm a vote. No, but you can't call my vote in this, eh?
Why?
But you're saying it for.
You vote, if you vote, you vote.
The results.
No, because I thought you had already counted.
No, I went back to you to said, is there anybody else that came in last minute and to close off? That's what I called you.
All right, so there is one. Wayne Joseph, no.
All right. All right, so Richard is now tabulating the poll.
October 24th was October 30th today. What's the date today?
30th.
October 24th, people getting on buffing today.
All right, so our poll this morning. Do you have a problem with the opposition leader meeting with the Venezuelan ambassador? That's our poll for this morning. Do you have a problem with the opposition leader meeting with the Venezuelan ambassador? We had 86 people voting on the poll this morning.
Wow.
And of the 86 people, that's now
85 said no.
You have a landline? People still have landline? Or a pager? You have a pager?
That noise by Richard?
Yes, he has a pager.
Right. So we have 86 people voting on the poll this morning. And of the 86 people, 77 of you said no, you do not have a problem with the opposition leader meeting with the Venezuelan ambassador. And 9 of you said yes, you had a problem with it. So 77 said no, 9 said yes, for a total of 86 people voting on the poll this morning. So that's our new record. And 86 people, that's it. The poll is now done. So, when I pelt this, it's done, and I'm pelting it now.
Right. So let me give my answer and reason for doing so. I am saying yes, I do have a problem, and for a lot of what Mr. Billy pointed out, I have a why? Because of the timing of it too. Because I had a real problem, and we had a real problem when Mrs. Pasad Bissessa recognized Juan Guaido as the head of Venezuela at the time, and even called on the U.S. to sanction us. We had a problem with that. We did, even though the circumstances may be a little different now in that the ambassador is an established ambassador. Because of the tensions between the country, I would have avoided it if I was the opposition leader. I would have avoided it. It's not necessary now. I would have dealt with that at another time. But I would have avoided, for the same reason as I said, that the UNC sought to undermine the PNM government in so many ways back then. I can't sit and agree with it now. Sorry, that's my view. So I subscribe to a lot of what Mr. Billy said in terms of the timing of it, that it's probably not appropriate now. I'll leave it at that. You guys could weigh in, or you don't have to.
I would say well done, Wendell. Well done. Because you get the feeling that if it was good then, it's good now, and all those kinds of things happening, you know. That is not, that kind of attitude and thinking is not helping us anytime soon. Because if when we had the Dragon Gas deal before going through, people wanted it to fall through regardless of what happened, and if it was a benefit to Trinidad and Tobago. Now, if it happening again, it's a different set of people wanting it to fall through now, you know. So we have to be able to.
Anybody really want the Dragon Gas. I don't think anybody want the Dragon Gas to fall through.
No, honestly, but like when a lot of issues, it's like that, you know. You know, it's like, okay, when they were there, they wanted it to fall through. So if they're now in charge, we want it to fall through also. We don't want anything good to happen for Trinidad and Tobago. And you get that feeling from when you're listening to people, how they are.
I think a lot of people chaining up a lot of people with that kind of rhetoric. But I don't fall for that. You know me, I have a mind of my own. If I see something wrong in the PNM, I will say it. And there's a lot wrong in the UNC, and I'll say it. Now, nobody ain't going to get me to stop to say. You understand? I'm just saying that I would have avoided it. It could have been avoided. We know that it wasn't an intention to undermine the government. I doubt very much, as opposed to how they did it. But don't do it. It's not necessary. In other words, he called on her, and you could have. I don't know how they could have diplomatically
say no.
You understand?
Say no in a situation where they come
I
forward.
just think the optics also not good during this point in time. PNM need to stay out of this bacchanal that the UNC have us in. PNM need to stay far from it.
Yeah. Richard, do you have a view?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm conflicted about it. I'm conflicted. I understand the diplomatic maybe inappropriateness of the optics. But you know, the world is a funny place, and you don't know if they're going to be successful or not in removing Maduro, because that has to be the intent.
Yes.
The intent is that you want Maduro to leave, and Maduro should leave. That's my opinion. He should, but that's the intent. And does Maduro have support? Absolutely. And does the opposition have support? Absolutely. So how does Trinidad and Tobago, the small island nation that is dependent on our bigger neighbor for gas, navigate this? There's no rule book. So mistakes will be made, but you're trying to hedge your bets on all sides. So I think the intention of the opposition leader probably was to say, look, not all of Trinidad and Tobago is aggressive towards Venezuela at this point, as seems to be emanating from the current administration. I think that may have been her intent.
Yeah.
Okay.
It probably is.
Because you're navigating, ultimately, as I would have repeated ad nauseum, that what Dr. Joe would always say in situations like this. Countries navigate issues on the basis of interest. So the current Prime Minister is navigating the issue on the basis of interests of Trinidad and Tobago as she perceives it. She perceives it from an attack on narco trafficking. She is blaming Venezuela for a lot of that and gun running. And she has also said that Maduro is illegitimate. And there is evidence that probably points from a democratic point of view why you could say that maybe he's illegitimate in terms of the last election. There are a lot of questions to answer there. But obviously she's operating on the how she sees Trinidad and Tobago's interest. And I think that's what Penelope Beckles Robinson was also doing. She said, I think her intent and Amory Brown's intent in going to see the Venezuelan ambassador was to say, well, look, even though the government may have a certain stance that's pretty aggressive, because it is pretty aggressive, not all of Trinidad is thinking the same way. I think that's what she's trying to say. And I think she has the interest of Trinidad and Tobago. I don't think it's a malicious intent. Just
that's why I said that. Yeah,
I don't undermine the government. But there is a level. I take your point, Wendell, that there is a level of inappropriateness to the optics of it.
Yeah,
because you're taking photographs of it and you're putting it into the public space rather than it being a quiet meeting. So there's an intent for making it, making the optics visible on social media.
Yeah, so, I have no doubt.
I'm conflicted because I think I'm still trying to work out in my mind where I stand on it. So
no problem. I think also too, Venezuela might also be doing you were in opposition, you recognize Guaido as our leader. Well, here what we will do the same to you now. We're going to recognize your opposition, even though they haven't done that. We're going to deal with your opposition leader now. So you wanted to deal with ours, we're going to deal with yours now. Because Venezuela, they want to have nothing right now to do with this government and Mrs. Prasad Bisesa in particular.
But the Venezuelan government,
not even the people who are opposed to Maduro, coming out and saying, leave Kamla Prasad Bisesa alone. We support her. They're not even saying anything in Venezuela.
Well, they have other interests and other fights. But Venezuela is also, I think I saw an article yesterday, a news report yesterday on an article, that Venezuela has also asked Trinidad and Tobago, they want to see exactly where Exxon is actually going to do their exploring for oil in the deep waters. They want to see the demarcations.
No, Venezuela is taking a hard stance right now against Trinidad and Tobago, and maybe justifiably so.
Well, when you have an escalation in terms of words across the Gulf, obviously people's egos ramp up.
Yeah.
So you have the escalation on one level, persona non grata, you have a reply and an escalation from the Prime Minister. I don't care, that will do nothing to me. And even though Sean Sobers goes behind the scenes quietly, but not so quietly, but quietly, to the ambassador to say, what's that about? But that escalation of words and, kill them violently, illegitimate, it doesn't accomplish anything until people start to communicate on an adult level.
Yeah.
As I said before, the easiest solution for this is for Maduro to.
And I don't know that he will, but let's wait and see.
And it may not. So, and there's a kind of way that countries kind of rally when they feel, that they're being humiliated.
Bullied.
Countries kind of rally in a kind of way. Even though you're right, you're not getting a sense. Well, Machado has said a couple of words, but what she's saying and the view of the opposition is not being articulated broadly, and as clearly as the ongoing spat between Trinidad and Tobago and Venezuela, which is more of a spat than the Trump administration between Maduro. I mean, the Trump administration, of course, has their own way of dealing with it, like hiking up the reward or whatever it is for him and stuff like that. But so they have their own ways, and of course, making their presence be felt by all of the military warships in the area. So it's a complex situation, and Trinidad is between a rock and a hard place. Because after the Americans leave, we have to live here. Next to that giant neighbor. regardless of what happens.
Which is the point Mr. Cookery made this morning, and I agree with it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the American and the Venezuelan situation, regardless of which way it is resolved, we have to deal with the fallout of it, because we still have to deal with the fallout of how we treated with Venezuela and how we treated with CARICOM. And to say that you're going to be looking outside of CARICOM for stuff, $800 million a month in exports we get from income we get from CARICOM. $800 million a month. You're saying we don't need that?
No, I don't think that was what being said. I think that is being. It's not to say that you are trying to. We don't need that, and we're not going to take that, and we're not going to maximize on that. But they are saying that there are other markets outside there that we could look to where we can.
Yes, they're saying that, but context is everything. If you say that CARICOM sided with Venezuela and that CARICOM is an unreliable partner, and now we're going to seek other markets outside of CARICOM, there's a contextual meaning to how everything is happening in sequence.
And that means you're going to stop trading with CARICOM. But they said that too. We
just trade with CARICOM, that CARICOM may retaliate, or CARICOM citizens may say, we're not buying Trinidad and Tobago goods.
Well, nobody in CARICOM has said that. And it seems just like, like if we are hoping that is what happens.
But the potential is, why would you? The last time with Jamaica, when Dr. Rowley had to go and placate Jamaicans, so there is a precedent that it can happen. I don't know why you're being naive to that. It has happened before.
Yes.
And now you're saying it in a more blatant way? Because you said CARICOM, listen, words matter. Saying CARICOM is an unreliable partner. And then further that, you said we are now going to realign our foreign policy. Listen to the words. Realign our foreign policy. It's not saying we recognize and treasure what we have with CARICOM, but we also think we have to expand our markets on the outside. That's not what one said,
Well, that is interpretation.
Not interpretation, those are the words.
How you interpret it.
Those are the words. We are going to, CARICOM is an unreliable partner.
I didn't take it that way. I see
CARICOM is an unreliable partner, and we are going to now realign.
And we will try and it's a limited source, and we will try and see what we could do outside of that.
Charles,
I didn't get to that.
Charles, where you home? You're home right now?
What does that have?
We have one. Drop your pants and see them jockey shorts there.
Why you want to see?
Drop your pants. See them jockey shorts there?
No. All right. So it's just a matter, and that is it. It's just a matter of opinion. I just have a different opinion to it. I don't know what will happen.
And CARICOM listens.
I just don't see it that way. And nothing is wrong with that. I have my opinion.
We get teasing you.
All right.
Because I want to agree with jockey shorts. Normally I wear it with all you.
And it didn't become that show.
Anyhow, people, just to let you all know, if you didn't know, that from Sunday, the daylight saving time is going to be kicking in.
Yes, Sunday 2 a.m. and
yeah, so all the folks who are listening to us in other spaces, you will in the US and stuff, you will have to get up a little hour earlier.
Yeah.
To be able to pick us up.
Too, and?
Yeah. I'm not sure how far it extends.
In Canada also.
But
Canada also.
Yeah. I know that it's kicking in. So who normally get up at 6 to listen to us will have to get up at 5. We'll be signing
and don't
off.
forget we have Rumbox tomorrow, Halloween day. Well, it's not Halloween. You don't have to wear a costume, right? But come to line, come and meet some other listeners and
well, the daylight saving time is coming to an end. Is that what you mean, Teacher?
Yeah, it's coming to an end. The clocks go back 1 hour in North America.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So
Let's take some calls now.
Yeah, so let's open the lines. Let's take your calls.
Lots on the chat from Dean Allen, Melchizedek, Scorpion Pepper, Colted Finch, Crystal Stevenson, Jennifer, Donna Ramlo Chan. Lots on the chat from them. Mrs.
Okay.
RJ. Yeah. And
Captain Ron, good morning.
Morning, gentlemen. How you guys going? I kind of got up late. Listen, so Charles, I had to call this morning. The way you're coming out here, you're sounding very biased, deliberately sounding biased, and I think at your level you should give us some rethinking, because what the other gentlemen they're saying, it's totally true, and anybody who doesn't see it that way, that means you're biased. Because how can she make those kind of statements that everybody's wondering? Up to yesterday and last night, people were asking, is Kamala going crazy, or is she drunk or something? Everything is going downhill with the relationship with Ghana. And I really hope the opposition leader goes across Venezuela and try and mend things. So you guys have to be neutral and see it as it is, and you're not seeing it as it is.
Well, and I said, Captain Ron, I just have a different opinion. I am entitled to my opinion, and as I said, I saw the statement where, it was basically to respond to the statement of the other markets outside there that we could tap into. We are always been talking diversification and all different kinds of things, whenever from oil and gas, and if there are other things that we can do, I'm talking about that.
I'm happy you're saying this, because let me tell you something. We are all entitled to our own opinion, but we are not entitled to our facts. And what they're saying, what Richard and the other gentleman is saying, and what's happening is facts. It's facts. So the opinion right now doesn't matter. All right, you guys have a good morning.
Yeah. I think we could all agree, because she didn't mince words. The Prime Minister didn't mince words in terms of what she said. There's only one interpretation for what she said. There's not it's not subject to another type of interpretation. You are not reliable partners. That's what she said. You sided with Venezuela, and we are going to look elsewhere. That's what she said. That's not subject to an interpretation at all.
Yeah, but isn't there somewhere in that statement also that said that we are not moving away from CARICOM, we are not leaving CARICOM? Isn't there some part of that also that went in between there?
But you tell me.
All right. Good morning to you, caller.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, this
go ahead. Yeah,
honestly, I'll tell you, I'm being honest here, and this is my opinion, and I listen to other people's opinion on this station, and it's the most amount of doomsday predictions I have heard in the last 2 weeks. I've heard in 5 or 10 years. Pure doomsday and negative predictions. Now, the talk of the day is this, that USA is coming to remove Mr. Maduro, okay, and put their puppet in place. If America puts its puppet in place, then the puppet is working for America. Then Trinidad has nothing to worry about. Okay? CARICOM has disagreed on serious situations before. And I always report back to Maurice Bishop in Grenada, when Eugenia Charles stood on her own with a couple of other islands. That was a big decision. But CARICOM is back together. So disagreeing with with CARICOM, sorry, is not a problem. Then you're gonna come back together. It's called speaking to each other, diplomatic. They work out diplomatically, and they will get back together. So that doomsday prediction that CARICOM with the problem from Trinidad is a big pie in the sky. All those people who are posting that. Okay, now Wendell, I'm coming to you now. You took all the words out of my mouth, because when Kamala Persad-Bissessar went to America and undermined the Rowley government, it's the same thing that Penny Beckles is doing. She's undermining the present government. And if it was wrong for Kamala Persad-Bissessar, it's wrong for Penny Beckles also. So, Wendell, I agree with you. I was coming to say that, but you took it. You said it before I said it. I admire you for saying that. Because if it's wrong for one, it's wrong for the other person also. Okay, gentlemen? Good day. Have a great day, everyone.
Yeah. Thanks, Farouk. Except I don't agree that it was an attempt to undermine this government. But I just think it could have been avoided. I don't think it was a deliberate attempt to undermine the government. But then politicians are strange. Some of them smile with you, and brother man, the minute you turn your back. Anyway, your spouse does do that too. Forget your spouse could do that too, yes?
Hello, good morning, caller.
Norfolk, Virginia, front and center again. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, yeah. I have something heavy on my chest here, and I'm glad you all open the lines today. I couldn't wait till tomorrow night to get a heart attack. But before I do, Farouk, enough respect to you, brother, but this is a different situation. Chalk and cheese. You have a direct threat. This is clear and imminent danger towards every citizen in Trinidad and Tobago if missiles start flying and all that. However, in light of the recent leadership of the opposition taking good advice, do it, and that's it. I don't consider it undermining, because guess what? You know, when Al Qaeda or Hamas or any of them come in, right? They don't care, Muslim, non-Muslim, whoever. They take out everybody, and bullets and missiles. Well, more bullets don't have eyes. Okay. Anyway, here's what I want to say. As of last Friday, I want to tell you fellas, right? You all played a certain video of a certain individual. Good morning, enough respect, ma'am. Right? But I don't know. David Rudder had a line in his song that said, whining as though you ain't christened. Right? And I just want to say that I am not Muslim. I almost went to mosque on Friday last week, and I ain't Muslim. And then on Saturday, I ain't Jewish. I was looking for a synagogue. So I almost started going back to church on Sunday. So I just want to share that with all the fellas.
I don't know that line. Richard, you know that line? Why did I give you a Christmas? Never hear that before.
Thanks very much.
But I like it.
Why didn't like a demon?
You know that line?
Yeah, I know that. Hello, good morning to you, caller.
I must be guilty.
Good morning, Sir Charles.
Morning, Cookery.
Sir Charles, you have me here laughing, but and
I have you laughing.
Let me tell you something, Sir Charles. You're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to have an opinion. But in the face of such, compelling argument.
We lost him?
Yeah, and it wasn't because I cut him off, You know what they're good. That's the first thing they will say.
Yeah, I feel you cut off the man.
Yeah, I cut off the man. Mr. Cochrane, call me back here. Right, I did not cut you off.
Cut you off.
No. Right, I did not cut off Mr. Cochrane at all.
The signal dropped.
From Cochrane to Friday, come now, man.
Lincoln, good morning.
Morning, gentlemen. Good morning. I have a particular peeve and passion, I don't know which one to call it, in this country. For the last 10 years, I have been using my social media platform, mainly Facebook, to highlight what I call the dereliction, neglect of the two towers in 500.
Yeah.
the finish one?
Hold on. I'll get in there when they'll do a brush.
Okay. All right.
You
land the plane.
The last year of the PNM's reign, they completed one of them, and they move all the equipment to the other one to start to do the other one. I assume they assumed that they would have won the election and they could have continued the project. However, in a couple of months before the election, they did complete one. And I am appealing to the relevant authorities. Please don't suffer the 300 and something thousand people that have applications inside HGC and and play politics with homes for individual and wait till 6 months before the next election to give out the houses.
Lincoln, what are you
give
saying?
Out the apartments.
Lincoln, wake up. Let me tell you, stop. Wake up. Wake up, Lincoln. Wake up. What are you saying?
I am looking on and I'm paying attention that the government has won the election and these apartments have remained empty for the last 6 months, and we have they always boasting or crying down. I don't know what they want to call it. They have 300,000 applications for homes, and I'm seeing that they have brand new built homes, and it appears to be they're playing politics with it and waiting for bright lights and opportunities.
Lincoln, are you saying that those houses were not distributed before the election?
They were. I heard that they were distributed before the election, but the people what I heard is that the people had to go through the process of getting their loan and getting the thing. They weren't approved with loan approval. They were just people who were just successful from HGC to get it. But now these people have to go to get their loan to get the financing for it. That is what I heard. Mm-hmm. My point about it is that under this government has had no shame with stopping everything that has happened under the PNM and doing it over.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
So that is a possibility. That is something they're very well capable of doing. As I am just looking on, I'm paying attention, as well as I hope that the other building, the towers that is to finish, doesn't stay there abandoned and derelict for the next 5 years and wait hopefully for the PNM to go. If the PNM ever gets back in office, then it will start again. We keep complaining about houses for people. We started something. Please let us finish it and don't have my taxpaying dollars just there collecting moss, rotting away, and material on the ground for people to pilfer away, and we're paying security firms millions of dollars for watching an abandoned building and watching material and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm just putting that out there so that people will be aware. I have to put this on the record.
Thanks. You know what I want to put on the record too, before we close off? Something that has bothered me for years and that I've raised on this radio. I pass it now every day. There is a fence on the highway by Golden Grove. It was put there by the People's Partnership government between 2010 and 2015. It is a huge fence, a very expensive fence, with lights and razor wire and cameras on it. It is encircling bush. There are vines growing up on that fence. It costs millions of dollars to fence an open piece of grassland. For 9.5 years after the government change in 2015, the PNM did nothing about it.
Zero.
Nothing. They didn't even plant a yam or edo. Nothing.
Shameful.
I am calling on this government, since it was your project, finish it now. Do something about it now. Take down the fence and put it by other places now. Or where need fence. Because clearly nothing going to happen there. Do something
Are
about
they planning to move the Port of Spain prison?
When?
Well, they have articulated that. So, build a new prison there.
Oh, God, Richard. When that go finish? No, just use the fence somewhere else. It's expensive fence and it can't rotten. You understand?
But you're right, Wendell. Nothing was done by the previous administration. It just stayed, and every time you pass it, it's like, what is that for?
Yeah, it's a double fencing too, eh? It's not just one fence, it's a double fence.
Yes. It always reminds me of The Walking Dead.
Oh, jeez and ages.
For those of you who ever watched The Walking Dead.
About that. So people can't say I'm only raising it now because the government changed. I was raising it under the PNM too. Nothing was done about it.
Yeah. That fence always reminds me of The Walking Dead. If you ever watch Walking Dead, Wendell, there's a time when The Walking Dead want to try to get into people and they trap themselves in a prison.
Yeah.
And they keep in guard in that space between the two fences. And then eventually the Walking Dead gets into that space. So it becomes more. Anytime I see that fence, I think of the Walking Dead.
Yeah. World War Z.
Because those episodes were riveting.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Oh God, no! That every time I see that fence, it annoys me because you could barely see it to begin with. The amount of bush around it and vines on it.
But sometimes they clean it, and sometimes they just leave it.
Sometimes without a CPEP on your URP, who go and clean that? Which prison officer going out there and clean that?
All right, guys, hold on 1 minute there. Mr. Cookrit is back. And I want to make sure I give Mr. Cookrit his say. All right, Mr. Cookrit, good morning to you again.
Yes, sir, Charles.
Yes, sir.
I was about to tell you that you're entitled to your opinion. I respect that. But when there is such a compelling argument as the argument that Richard put forward, you reach the point where all reasonable men would change their opinion. But you hold on to yours.
And nothing is wrong with that, Mr. Cookrit. I am entitled to my opinion the way I have seen it.
But you're entitled to your opinion, but there's a barometer where reasonable men change their opinion in the face of fact. And Richard showed you. Let me finish because this is your program.
No, go ahead.
Richard gave you a compelling argument, and in the face of that, you still hold on to your opinion. All right, but let me tell you something now. You see, the option to look for markets outside a CARICOM has always been there and has always been accepted by this government. This whether it's CNM or whether it's UNC, we have always had markets outside a CARICOM. Although, in certain instances, CARICOM is the preferred traders because of certain agreements and so on. So the question of making the statement is tantamount to saying, I ain't dealing with you again, I looking to deal with other people. And that is very, very clear. But you can still hold on to your opinion, you still remain intelligent, and you still remain with your nice yellow shirt.
Thanks very much, Mr. Cookrit. I really appreciate your comment. If time permits me and the guys permit me, I think I will answer that after the 8 o'clock news.
You don't have to. You'd already dealt with your point.
No, I feel I think the way Mr. Cookrit puts it over there.
You're going on back. You're going on apologize.
I think the way that he's putting it across, of the opinion that is coming across from others, is the only logical way to do it. And that's if I may, anyway, let me not go that direction. Let me just take the news and come back.
Yeah.
The news you need, the clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is NETT Radio News Now.
This is News Now on New Era TT Radio in Gael, Caribbean. I'm Derek. Good day. Government officials have clarified that the state of emergency in Trinidad and Tobago remains in effect until November 2nd, despite confusion among detainees who believed it ended on October 28. The SOE, declared on July 18th and extended by Parliament, legally runs for the full 3-month period. A further extension will be debated on October 31st, but officials stress this does not shorten the current term. Over 80 detention orders have been issued under the Emergency Powers Regulations. Police Commissioner Alistair Guevara welcomed the move to extend the SOE, saying the initial threat has been neutralized, but warned that criminal networks remain adaptive. He said the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service continues intelligence-led operations to maintain stability, with Parliament holding final authority over the SOE's duration. Venezuelan activist Yesenia Gonzalez, based in Port of Spain, says she fully supports U.S. intervention in Venezuela and believes President Donald Trump will soon bring an end to Nicolas Maduro's rule. Speaking at her office on October 29th, Gonzalez called Maduro a criminal dictator, responsible for persecution, starvation, and human rights abuses. She declared his presidency illegitimate and said the Venezuelan embassy in Trinidad and Tobago should be closed until our rightful leaders take office. Gonzalez also urged Prime Minister Kamla Prasad-Bissaser to approach the deportation of Venezuelan migrants with dialogue and compassion, saying migrants are an economic asset to the country. She ended with a message of calm, urging Trinidadians and Tobagonians not to panic as peace and freedom will soon return to Venezuela. 8 local organizations will host a Vigil for Peace at Woodford Square, Port of Spain, on November 9th at 5 p.m. as tensions rise between the United States and Venezuela, drawing in Trinidad and Tobago. In a joint statement, organizers said citizens are deeply concerned about the growing U.S. military presence in the Southern Caribbean and the risk of war on our doorstep. The groups, including the Emancipation Support Committee, Fishermen and Friends of the Sea, and the Movement for Social Justice, say any regional conflict could cause mass migration, economic instability, and disruption to livelihoods. They're calling for the Caribbean to remain a zone of peace, urging citizens to stand together for humanity, not politics. Police in Penal have arrested a 21-year-old man after he was allegedly found hiding in the bedroom of a 16-year-old girl during the early hours of Saturday morning. Officers responded to a 12:30 a.m. call from relatives who suspected the man was in the teen's room without permission. When officers entered the home, they reportedly found the suspect hiding beneath a desk. The girl's mother told police she became suspicious after hearing noises from the room. The man, who allegedly claimed the teen was his girlfriend, was arrested on suspicion of sexual intercourse with a minor. Officers from the Child Protection Unit are continuing investigations. In regional news, assessment and recovery efforts are underway in Jamaica, which continues to reel from the devastation of Hurricane Melissa, the most powerful storm ever to hit the island. With winds reaching 280 kilometers per hour, Melissa caused catastrophic flooding and widespread infrastructural damage after making landfall on October 28th. Education Minister Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon said it had been a difficult 24 hours, describing the images coming in as very devastating. She expressed confidence in Jamaica's resilience, saying, "We are a strong people and we will get through this together." Melissa has since moved on to Cuba and is expected to impact Bermuda later this week. In international news, the death toll from Tuesday's police raid in Rio de Janeiro has climbed to 132. Making it the city's deadliest operation on record. The raid targeted members of the Red Command gang in the Alamau and Peña favelas. Residents described scenes of war with gunfire, explosions, and buses set ablaze. President Luis Inácio Lula da Silva said he was astonished by the scale of the deaths, while the UN Human Rights Office called the violence horrifying and urged an investigation. Governor Claudio Castro defended the operation as a major strike against organized crime, but confirmed that 4 police officers were also killed. The raid comes just days before Rio hosts the C40 World Mayor Summit and the Earthshot Prize Awards. And that is news at this time.
That was News Now. Stay informed with New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio.
Ho, ho, ho! This Christmas, small businesses, this one's just for you. Get your brand, your product, your business in front of thousands every single day on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio, and Gael Caribbean TV. And here's the gift you've been waiting for. Radio and television advertising has never been more affordable anywhere else. We are talking unbeatable real rates, prices no one else can offer you for primetime slots that put your business right where your customers are watching and listening. So call us today at 299-5156 and turn your Christmas into real results and real profits with affordable advertising, so you too can say Merry Christmas.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Charm Flair Auto Services Limited, your one-stop auto repair shop, located at number 1 Industrial Lane, Charm Flair, right opposite the brewery on the Eastern Main Road. Yes, we do it all. Repairs to all makes and models, from your everyday sedan to SUVs, light trucks, pickups, and panel vans. We're also the sole distributors of Davante tires, certified VTS inspection station, plus a wide range of services: oil change, front end and suspension repairs, tune-ups, tire alignment, batteries, electrical work, radiator and cooling system, AC repairs, and accessories galore. We offer pickup and drop-off service too. Call us today at 662-6545 or 662-6572. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Charm Flair Auto Services Limited, number 1 Industrial Lane, Charm Flair. We do it all.
Pay $1 down on higher purchase plans at Furniture Plus. Enjoy fast approval, low interest rates, and up to 36 months financing. Retirees, self-employed, and permanent employees apply today. Buy now, pay later with Furniture Plus credit plans. Conditions apply.
Aren't we? Yeah, man. We are. And we've
How
come
did
to
you
the
get
end.
off stage?
Sorry?
How did you get off stage? You take yourself off stage?
No, I can't.
Or Richard
all
probably
I
took
do
you
is switch off my cameras when because you never know. I don't want anybody to see either yellow or red.
I want to take 2 minutes to deal with this situation, because if we don't deal with things one time, our next day it will come back up, and then so I want you all to give me a minute to deal with this situation.
Sure.
I have been. Huh?
No, you go ahead, Sir Charles.
Yeah, I'm saying that I am hearing what a lot of you all are saying. That the Prime Minister, well, what she said means that Trinidad and Tobago is moving away from CARICOM. And in a large measure, I understand why some may interpret it that way, but I have a different opinion. This is my opinion, and I feel I'm entitled to my opinion. And I think it's important that we recognize that difference in opinions doesn't automatically mean one side is wrong or one side is uninformed. When I look at what was said, I haven't heard it that we are leaving CARICOM. What I heard is that we are broadening our reach. And to me, I feel that is a smart move, because we cannot continue to depend solely on one regional block for our trade or growth. It's like a business, and if you only have one client and that client slows down, guess what? The whole thing slows down. So yes, we can explore new markets, but also new alliances, but we can still remain part of CARICOM, and I think that is what I'm hearing. Now, I respect those who feel strongly that this means that we are drifting away from our CARICOM family. That's your right. But my view remains that expanding beyond CARICOM is not abandonment. I see it as being a smart positioning, and I think it's about putting Trinidad and Tobago in a stronger, more flexible place in what is a changing global economy. And one other thing I just want to just say this. You see the beauty of democracy. which we all talk about, is that we can all have and hold different opinions without disrespecting each other, right? So my opinion doesn't cancel out yours, and I'm telling you certainly yours doesn't cancel out mine. I may not have the loudest voice, but I have my voice, and I will use it.
No, don't be attacking Richard. Don't be attacking Richard now.
I am not attacking Richard. No. I am not saying that. You don't go down here, also, right? All right. We have been a society that did that, right? So I will use my voice respectfully, and just as I encourage everyone else to do the same, you know.
And that's what we encourage here, as long as people don't insult one another. And whoever Dolly Mullet is, type in under the Dolly Mullet. Trust me, if I had the power to remove your comments and ban you, I'd do it this morning, because you're clearly trying to provoke some kind of race thing on the chat, and I'm glad everybody ignoring you. You understand? I can't ignore you because that's my responsibility here to monitor the chat. So I can't ignore you. Other people are doing a good job at ignoring you because you've posted under that same name before in an opposite direction. Don't go down that road on our show. Don't try to spoil our show, please. So, Sir Charles, you need to look at whoever Dolly Mullet is and remove the comments and ban them. Okay? Thanks. Because that is one type of democracy we ain't practicing. Racist democracy. We ain't practicing that on this show. Them set of racist comments you're making, right? Thank you.
Right.
Yeah, but in response to you, Sir Charles, I think I don't think Trinidadians or beginners have any problem with Trinidad going beyond CARICOM in terms of future markets. And I want to agree with Kokiri that we have always done that. We have business associations that go to Europe. We have business associations that go to China. We have business associations going to South America in terms of broadening the reach of Trinidad and Tobago products out to those markets. It was done under the PNM and previous administrations. They've had those outreaches to other countries. That's not new. What is new is the language being used. That's new.
Yeah. All right, well, here we have come to the end of our show. Don't forget tomorrow, folks, you're welcome to come down online with Gaylan and DJ Shane.
All right, that's tomorrow.
Yeah,
Bacchanal. Yeah.
5 p.m.
And the event is called Wine Like You Never Get Christened with Gaylan and Shane.
Wine like you ain't get christened.
Wine like you ain't get christened. At the Rumbox tomorrow from 5 p.m. till. Wine like you ain't get christened.
I love that phrase. I had to use that phrase. I had to actually tell somebody that I did. That's what you do for me. Wine like you ain't get christened.
That's the name of the event tomorrow. Wine like you ain't get christened. Gaylan and DJ Shane at Rumbox 5 p.m. till.
I want to go get your wine like shake tomorrow.
Yeah, the old man, Sir Charles, till 10, yeah? Till 10.
You want to go to bed early?
DJ Shane goes up until 10. If you want to wine like you ain't get christened after 10, fine. We'll miss Away and Charmaine do tomorrow. We'll miss them. They're abroad. We'll do it again. We'll have a part 2.
Yeah. We have
wine like you ain't get baptized.
Yeah. All of the people in the chat, whether you're UNC, whether you're PNM, whether you're independent, whether you're pro getting rid of Maduro, whether you're against whatever you're pro or for, we all joining in unity to wine like you get christened tomorrow. At the Rumbox. Forget all the politics and that can sometimes divide us in certain ways. Forget all of that nonsense tomorrow. You know, we're all Trinidadians and Tobagonians, and I think we all want what's best for us and by extension the region.
All right, so this is where we wrap up the breakfast show for this morning. Thanks for joining us. We know you have a choice of what you watch and what you listen to, and we're glad that you chose us. So have a fantastic day. The weekend begins tonight, people, at a second after midnight, and don't forget it. You know we celebrate weekends like no other on the breakfast show. Have a fantastic day. Remember to smile and laugh. It's great for your health.
This has been
The Breakfast Show.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The Breakfast Show got the vibes turned on. From Maracas Bay to the Savannah line, let's start the day in Caribbean prime. Oh, good vibes rolling through the air. The Breakfast Show, energy everywhere. We talk, we laugh, we make you think. Grab your doubles or your morning drink.
Tune in to the Cheryl Taylor Radio Show.